I was prepared to literally take out a loan to enjoy my time in Japan. Minasan, konnichiwa, squishy toke, yokoso. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about 5 common misconceptions foreigners have about Japan. I've tried to include ones that I've definitely thought about before I came to Japan. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, it got cleared up and we'll talk about that. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's begin. Okay, number 1. Everyone in Japan loves anime. Yeah, I didn't think that everybody loved anime because I know statistically that is impossible. But I think it's one of those things where if something came from a certain country, then you kind of just think it's popular in that country, right? So in the UK, the Beatles. The Beatles are British, so I think people think everybody in the UK loves the Beatles, which is not true. And I think it's the same with anime in Japan. Definitely a lot of people like anime, 100%, but it's not going to be a case of every single Japanese person watches anime. So I like anime. I definitely used to watch it way more than I do now. But yeah, it's a very common misconception about Japan. A lot of people think just because anime came from Japan that everybody watches it, and it's not true. But yeah, not everybody loves anime. Although there are a lot of areas in Tokyo especially where you can buy so much anime merchandise, which I don't know about any other country, but in the UK it's pretty hard to find unless it's something like Pokemon, which has got like a really large worldwide following. So yeah, even though not everybody in Japan is completely obsessed with anime, it is still the best place to be if you are into anime. Alright, number 2. So, Japanese food is healthy. Oh boy. It's not. So, let me fix this. I think the Japanese diet is definitely a lot more balanced than some Western diets. Definitely in traditional Japanese cuisine, it is way more balanced. It is a lot healthier, to be honest. But just because it's Japanese food does not mean it's healthy. Some of my favorite Japanese food is terrible for you, which is so sad. But yeah, like takoyaki, yakitori, tempura, like they're all fried, which like really shocked me when I first came to Japan. I did not expect to see so much fried food here. Like I love it. And karaage as well. Yes, karaage with beer. But yeah, anyway, so don't think that all Japanese food is completely healthy. It is healthier, I would say, than Western food. And definitely the fact that sushi is so affordable here, and sushi is pretty healthy as well. It's just like any other country. It depends on what you're eating. Okay, so number 3, Kawaii culture is strong. This is kind of a hard one. Like, yes and no. Definitely Japan has a lot of cute stuff, which I'm always, oh, I love cute things. It's just such a weakness of mine. But yeah, it's not crazy. You're not gonna see every single girl wearing pink and fluffy clothes. No, not at all, not even slightly. Yes, there are people that do dress really cute and act really cute and pretend to be a cat. Of course that exists, but that exists everywhere. Yeah, it's not a big popular thing in Japan, at least not anymore. It might have been at one point, but I think that goes back to anime. I think a lot of people's idea about Japan comes from what they're seeing in anime, and it's not too much of an accurate representation of what Japan is actually like. But yeah. Okay, so number 4. Japan is expensive. This one I 100% thought. I totally believed this. I was prepared to literally take out a loan to enjoy my time in Japan. Honestly, I don't know where this idea came from, but yeah, I was always told growing up Japan is really expensive. Tokyo is one of the most expensive cities in the world, which is hilarious because if you're a tourist, London is more expensive than Tokyo. It's an actual fact. London is more expensive than Tokyo. So it's completely crazy that me, who grew up in London believed that Tokyo was more expensive. Yeah. I will say though, there are things in London that are more expensive than things in Japan, in Tokyo, but also vice versa. There are things in Tokyo that are more expensive than they are in London. For example, London, it's really expensive to eat at a restaurant. Tokyo, it's not that expensive. I would say clothes are kind of the same price. Vegetables are cheaper. Again, I've talked about this before, but if you want to buy food, I think vegetables in the UK are cheaper. Vegetables in Japan are more expensive. You kind of have to narrow it down and figure it out. But I would say as a tourist, London is more expensive just because travel is more expensive. And like I said, restaurants are more expensive, and those are the things you're kind of doing when you're a tourist. So yeah, very, very common misconception. Have no idea where it came from. The last one, Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka are the best places to visit in Japan. No. That's a lie. I would say they are the most easily accessible for tourists, because I think when you have a really, really short schedule, when you're visiting Japan and you really need to narrow it down to just a couple of places, then yeah, it makes sense to go like Tokyo for a week and then go to Osaka and Kyoto because they are so close together. It does make sense. But if this is like your second or third time to Japan, or you're here for a long time, then definitely go and see some other prefectures. Go to Hokkaido, go to Okinawa, you know. There are tons of different places to see in Japan, and it really depends on what you want to do as well. If you're someone that likes cities, go and visit the cities. Go to Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, go to Sapporo, you know. There are places to go, but if you like hiking and nature, then Japan's countryside is really, really gorgeous. There's just so many places to see in the whole of Japan, not just in its major cities. So I would definitely recommend that to anyone who's coming to visit. All right, that is it for this list. What did you think? Were you surprised by any of these misconceptions? Do you kind of understand where it came from? But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And as usual, if you like videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.